So determine the height of AC. Okay, so we're given a triangle, the right angle here, right? And this angle right here is 66 degrees. And we have and here we have 45 degrees here and 55 degrees right here, and a length of 50 meters right here. Okay, so we are looking for this height AC right here. We look at that triangle, we see that it's a right triangle. So if it's a right triangle, all I need to know then is one angle and one side in order to find the missing pieces on that triangle, because when we use law of sines, we need to know 3 of 4 pieces of information. When we use law of cosines, we need to know 3 of 4 pieces of information. And then when we use right triangle trig, we only need 2 out of the 3 pieces of information. So what we want to do then is, looking at this triangle, I can't find this side or this side yet, but I can find this side right here. So looking at the bottom triangle then, what do I know? Well, I have an angle and I have a side across from it. I have an angle and no side across. I have no angle and a side across. What's the first piece of information I can find out on the bottom triangle? The third angle. Because the first 2 added together give me what? 100, right? So then that means that this angle here has to be 80 degrees. Now that I have an angle with a side across from it, I can find anything else I need to know. So I go x over the sine of the angle across from x. So what's the angle across from x? 45 is equal to 50 over sine 80. Okay, so let's find out what x is then. Use your calculators and find out what x is. Yep. $35.901. Okay. So now that I have this side right here. Where is this side in relation to that angle? Adjacent to it. I want to find out this measure right here. Where is this side in relation to this angle? Opposite. So what's opposite and adjacent? Which trig function? Tangent. So I'm going to use the tan of 66 is equal to the side opposite, which is y, over the side adjacent, which is 35.901. Okay? This is last year's work. My expectations are you know this. So multiply tan 66 by 35.901. What do we get?
80.635.
You see? And that's in meters. So there you have it. So we have now combined sum of grade 10 with everything that's in grade 11, and we put it together to solve a problem from a diagram that was given to us. Okay? This stuff we have to know. If we can't do that law of cosines and that law of sines, which is what we did last week, all right, then there's no way we could possibly solve this whole thing. And there's no way we could possibly do it when we have to draw our own triangle. All right, which is what we're going to have to do next. Okay, let's look at question 3 on page 77. An engineer measures the angle of elevation to the top of a building at 65 degrees. Angle of elevation. Looking straight out and go up from that point. That's angle of elevation. Angle of depression, look straight out and go down from that point. So angle of elevation to the top of a building is 65 degrees. She then walks 25 meters to the other side of the building and turns around and measures the angle of elevation to the same point on the building to be 75 degrees. She walked 25 meters. She wants to determine the distance from her second location to the top of the building. She wants to determine the distance from here to here. Okay? So we know that this is a right angle right here. We know that this is 75. So in order to get this guy right here, this measure AC, I need either this distance or that distance. So which one can I find, or how do I find them? Well,
would you be able to find like the angle of A and then use like a cross?
sure. We could do that as well. We don't have to use the right angle triangle. If we redraw this guy, and don't put the building in to begin with, what do we have? A, B, C, 65 degrees, 25 meters, 75 degrees. All right, can I find that angle?
Yeah.
That angle is what?
40 degrees.
40 degrees. 65 and 75 are 140, right? I got 25, so I need this side AC. AC over the sine of 65 is equal to 25 over sine 40. AC equals
35.
35.249 meters. Great. Okay? Part of the issue you're going to have is knowing how to draw these things. There's a couple of them that are quite complicated when it comes to drawing them. So if you need a hand with that, you're going to have to ask. My expectations for you will be to get through 3-4 today, which takes us to the end. That gives us Tuesday, Wednesday for reviews. Okay? Test will likely be on Friday. And there will be a few of you I know missing, but that's the way it goes. All right? Any questions from 3-1 to 3-3 today? Look back. I know Friday was a long time ago. Look back and see if you have any questions from 3-1 to 3-3. Anybody? Questions today? Okay.